Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litza and today is my smash or crash of my goals for 2024. Now, all of you that came along last year to hear my goals, thank you so much. And all of you that have been cheerleading me along the year, thank you so much. I hope I've been your cheerleader as well, because, you know, it's nice to know that we bounce off each other, isn't it? And that's what is so amazing about our Yarny community, that we really do support each other in every way that we can. So we did this last year, the same time pretty much, and it was so much fun seeing what few goals I had set, because sometimes you do forget through the year because I don't always refer to them, but you kind of keep hoping that you're on track, and I have kept on track with most of them. But we need to see now what was a smash and what was a crash. Now there are about 14 here from memory. I do have my clipboard and my marker because I am going to be marking them off. But I want to start off with a bit of an apology, even though Rose might be hearing this, and I apologize that you heard that, Rose. I didn't do a roundup video or, you know, what happened at the Royal Easter Show this year. And that just seems so far away because in actual fact, it's about 9 months. And basically what happened, guys, is what we got so caught up in renovating the granny flat and getting ready for the wedding that we just, you know, forgot all about it. So I'm so sorry. Steve and I did have a fun time of presenting to you though, like showing you everything that we entered, and there were quite a few entries. One of them was actually a shawl that my mum's wearing. I gifted that to her for her birthday. And then Steve put in all of his beautiful leather makes, and they were so very well, you know, like taken in by the Royal Easter Show, because every single thing that we put in actually got shown. So nothing got culled, which was amazing. And I must say that I was very fortunate to receive another third prize ribbon. So here's my ribbon here, guys. I'm so very proud of it, for my beautiful little baby doll outfit. And here she is here, guys. Let me just straighten her little leg. She does have a nappy on. And how cute is that? So she's got a little bucket hat made out of little granny squares, a little dress which is like a pinafore style dress. I've still got her tag on from the Royal Easter Show, and she's got a little bag there, and you can see there's a little butterfly button, and it's a granny square. Again, sticking to the whole theme, I absolutely love her, and this is the second year she's received a prize. So I'm going to pop her over here so that you can see her in the background. And let's put her little ribbon down there for her as well. Oh, that's upside down, guys. So that was a goal for me, to actually get to the Royal Easter Show, and I certainly did do that, and I'm so proud of myself. But as I said, the biggest achievement is just entering, because it is a huge event. You know, people enter from all around the state, and it's amazing. So I thought I'd better start off with that, even though he wasn't listed in my original list. It was a goal of mine to enter. So thank you for, you know, encouraging us to do that, and for always supporting us. And Steve really felt the love and support that he got from all of you as well. So thank you. Now, my other goal, so goal number 1, was keep enjoying exploring crochet. Well, let me tell you, I have definitely done that. Exploring crochet is going to be something that gives us joy forever, I think, because there's something always new happening. Even though we start to think, well, there's nothing else that can happen, there's nothing new, we're just reinventing the wheel. It's actually not the case. There is always like a new yarn on the market, for example, or like a new fiber that we can play with. And if you watch our playlist, Yarn of the Month, that will give you an idea of all the different yarns that we've been experimenting with this year. I think there's about 10 in there, different ones, or 7. I can't remember, guys. You think I would have checked my own playlist. But that's a good one to watch if you want to experiment with new yarns or learn about new yarns. I also experimented with Tunisian crochet. That's something that I try to dabble in all the time. One of the Hobie Crochet Advent, the Cal for this year, 2024, actually had a project in there using it, and then a second project that's using it as well. So, you know, we got to experiment with it a bit more. Is it something that I would pursue like all the time? Absolutely not. Because for me, I think the lack of dedication to it, the lack of not playing with, you know, Tunisian crochet every day and practicing makes me very, very slow at it. But it is a lovely craft, and you know, I know a lot of you have embraced it, and there are amazing tutorials out there, especially by Tony from TL Yarn Crafts, because she's the one that I've been learning with predominantly. So, you know, I kept experimenting with the Tunisian crochet. Will I do so next year? Time will tell. And then, and then I started to do more bead work. So I've got some bead work to show you here, because I really wanted to add bead work to wearables. So as you can see here, I made this beautiful shawl. I just think it's beautiful. And this was actually from one of the Yarn of the Month projects from memory. Can you see those tiny, tiny beads? And you know what the great surprise was? Fibers, guys. Excuse me. The greatest surprise of all was, excuse me, was how easy it is to apply beads to wearables. I'd only ever done it when I do my tail toppers before as little buttons, but now that I know it's as easy as this, let me tell you, I'm going to continue doing that. And that is something that I highly recommend that you all try. If it's something that's appealing to you, don't just sit there and think, oh, it's too hard for me. Just go for it. So let's pop that over there for now. And what else did we try this year? Oh, that's right. I also tried flipping crochet with, flipping clothes. So from a thrift shop or something that was sitting in my cupboard, you know, you could have something with a stain on it or something, and adding crochet to make it beautiful again. And that was a collaboration with my friend Shannon over at Shannon Talks Yarn. And I do have a little playlist on that as well. But let me show you what I made for that. And I absolutely love this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. And again, it's adding crochet to a t-shirt and some beads as well. But here you go here. So this was a tutorial by Sarah Sash, yes, on YouTube, and I'll just link all these YouTube tutorials in the description box. But that was one of the items that I made. And then another item that I had done previously, which I absolutely love, is adding crochet like this with little motifs. So look at those pair of shorts. They're so gorgeous, right? Such a 70s vibe. I absolutely love them. So that was a lot of fun, adding crochet to, you know, some older clothing or thrifted clothing and making something new. So I did, in essence, learn quite a few things. And one other thing that I thought was very, very scary, because I always saw our friend Julie at Kay's Mum Crochets on her wall. She has these beautiful mandalas, and I always wanted to make one, but I could never ever imagine how you added them to the ring. So there's a metal ring under here, and guess what? I got on and I made one, and I was so happy that I started making more and more. So making the mandalas for the wall was another thing that I'm so glad that I tried. So they were a few of the ways that I explored crochet. So I'm definitely saying that number one was a smash, guys, of course. Now, number two was being grateful for the gift of crochet and the community around us. Well, let me tell you, I am absolutely in awe of the community around us, both YouTube, like content creators, and every single one of you. We are such a beautiful community. The way that we interact via the comments on the videos or emails, you know, that just makes us even more closer. I absolutely love that. And also, like I myself and most of you participate in so many cows. So not just the ones that I've hosted, but everybody's cows. So I just absolutely love that whole community feel. And I absolutely am grateful for the gift of crochet, because it's given me an extended community that I can tap into at any time and have someone like-minded to share not only the craft, but the joy that crochet brings us. So that is a definite smash, guys. Love that. 2 out of 2 so far. I should keep a tally on here. So smash and crash. We're at 2. So that's awesome. Now, number 3 was don't be afraid to try something new. In other words, get out of my comfort zone or your comfort zone. Now, sometimes that's very, very hard. And we all know we resist as much as we can, but sometimes we have no choice. And sometimes, you know, we set a goal or a challenge for ourselves, or we join a challenge and we just have to get on with it, right? So I've got here that I was forever making the same, let's call them vanilla beanies. And I was like, oh yeah, these are amazing. I can whip these out so quickly. But I kept hearing about the divine hat. And that was like, one day maybe. Well, guess what, guys? Not only have I made one, I should have bought them all. They're all sitting over there. I've made so many of these. I've gifted these. So if you've ever wanted to make a divine hat, for example, and you think, no, it's not for me, it's for someone who's more skilled, you got this. All it is double crochets. This is in US terminology, and front post crochets. So I highly recommend that you start off small, because that is small when you look back at it, but it was huge at the time. So I'm so glad that I did come out of my comfort zone. Now I have another beanie pattern in my repertoire, which makes it even more fun. The other thing that I did was, it says here to do different color combos. I certainly did try different color combos, especially with some scrap projects. And I'm currently working on a blanket with a Judy at Peace Witchcraft. I'm sorry, Judy, if I got your YouTube channel name wrong, but I will put it right in the description box. That's been a lot of fun, because randomly a color is picked for us and how many rows to do, and off we go with it. It was the Advent Cal from Judy. And then some new fibers. Well, as I said, refer to our playlist, because we've got so many in there, yarn of the month. But one of the yarns that was sitting in my stash, gifted to me by our beautiful friend Thea, was some bamboo yarn, and I really wanted to use it. But I'd never thought I'd know how to use it, because it was rather thin and I had to use a smaller hook. But I made this beautiful, beautiful wearable, which is a like a festival top. And didn't it just turn out gorgeous? That drape and how soft it is was worth challenging myself and getting out of my comfort zone. So I absolutely love that I did do that. So let's pop that up there. So I'm definitely going to call number 3 a smash. So let's put it here and let's mark it here. Now, number 4 were whips. So I remember saying something along the lines of, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. Meaning it's not about spitting out as much as I can or crocheting as much as I can. It's also sometimes, you know, finishing a larger project. And what had happened to me was I got caught up in that hamster wheel, I guess you call it, because I really enjoy being a productive, is that the word? I like to produce a lot of crochet. But in saying that, I also love the process. And there was one project that was sitting there for a couple of years, which I thought, this needs to get done. And this was my Ophelia Talks Lizzie blanket. And here it is, guys. Now, I had shown you all beforehand, but here it is. The envelope border and all. So I'm happy that I did that. No ends to sew in. There's a beautiful, beautiful design. Learned a few different stitches doing that as well along the way when I first started. And, you know, the envelope border was, you know, one that I'd done before on a mosaic blanket, but it is a tricky one. So I'm so glad I finished this project, because, like I said, it was a couple of years in the making, and I can certainly now say I've accomplished that, and it just felt so good at the time. So that is a definite smash, guys. Beautiful. Now, number 5 was hosting some cows of my own, and I absolutely did that. And thank you, all of you that joined in. It was just so much fun along the way. You know, this year, like 2024 has just flown by for me. I don't know about you, and I'm trying to think what we actually did. I should have actually watched some of my videos. So I do know that we did our Coco's Crochet Cal 2024. That was a 6-month Cal, gearing us up with 24 projects to see how many we could make of each, so we could have gifts for Christmas, gifts for throughout the year. I used a lot of mine throughout the year as little gifts for people. I know a lot of you did some of yours for market prep, which was amazing as well. And then we also did the very fun one, Crochet Through the Decades Cal 2024, and that one lasted 4 months leading up to Christmas. We did the 1950s, 60s, 70s and 80s. We showcased and highlighted those decades, and boy, did you guys send in some amazing projects, and I had fun creating mine as well. So that was a lot of fun. And the other thing with cows is I joined in as many cows as I could from our other fellow YouTubers just to support them, but also I was just having so much fun. I love the community feel that cows embrace. I just love that. So that was a definite smash, guys. So far we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 5. Oh, I should have known we're up to 5. Now number 6, markets. My aim was to do 2. It's very difficult here to find markets, guys. I have applied for some for next year, and I have no idea if I'm going to have a stall or not because no one is responding. I'm wondering if I have to actually go to the markets. But as far as 2024 goes, that was a pow, a crash. Not one single market was had. So let's put a little marker on crash. Now we have number 7. Number 7 was keep the yarn room tidy. And at the time, I remember saying that to do that, every 3 months I need to revisit, reorganize. And let me tell you, I have been doing that consistently. And if you could see what's happening around you, you'd say, let's say, you know, it's time. And it definitely is. So very early in the new year, I'm going to reorganize everything in here. My main thing is storage. I don't think I've got a good setup for storing everything. And the fact that sometimes the end of the year gets so busy, excuses, I know. I take out what I need, you know, use it and then just pop it back and not always in the same place. Because in actual fact, all this chaos is quite organized in my mind. I pretty much know where everything is. I should say 90% is. So I think that that is a smash because I have been consistently reorganizing and tidying up. And for the most part, it has been tidy. Just right now, it's a little bit difficult to look at. So overall though, it was a smash. So I'm actually loving that I did keep to my 3-month schedule, give or take a week. Now, number 8 was yarn stash, like to use my yarn stash. And I actually have been. This year I really dipped into my Marvel 8-ply yarn, got a lot of projects done with that. My spot saver, as always, I like to keep a healthy collection of that. I've been using a lot of that for blanket making. The Marvel has been used for blanket making and amigurumis, the same with the spot saver. And I have dipped into other yarns along the way, thanks to Yarn of the Month. Once again, I'm referring to that because that forced me to use some of the yarns in my stash that were just sitting there. And I didn't want them to just be special yarns because sometimes that's what we have in our mindset is let's just keep that for a special project. So that's why I was pulling them out and using them for that those projects every month. So I didn't really do any purchases unless I had to. So I have been using my yarn stash. I have been using my special yarns. And I'm very, very grateful because I have been gifted a lot of yarn as well. And I have dipped into those as well. I've tried to use some of that yarn, you know, to say thank you to the person and the people who have sent it to me so I can make something wonderful. So I'm going to call that a smash, guys. Another tally on smash. Now, yarn hauls. You can watch all the yarn hauls for the year and the previous years. We do have a playlist for that. Now, I made it very clear to myself and to you that I would be buying yarn with purchase, not just simply going to a sale this year, because it's very, very tempting, guys. But when you're running out of room, you start to stop and think. I'm acting, you know, like thinking like an adult now, which is really, really good. And because I do have a very healthy yarn stash and I'm very grateful for that, I don't really need to buy something. But when I did want to buy something and I had a purpose for it, I did purchase it. And of course I shared that with you. So number 9 is definitely a smash. Oh, I'm loving this. So now we're up to number 10. Oh, I've got a few little goodies to show you with this now. So I've got my Crochet Society subscription boxes. Thanks to you, every single cheerleader, you made me accountable for every box that I opened, voted for the project I was going to make, and I was able to bring it to you. So I'm going to show you what came out of box number 46 all the way back in January, I think it was, or very early February, and it was this gorgeous bag here. Again, we have a playlist for our Crochet Society boxes. Look at the bottom, beautiful, right? And the handle. And if you want to go and revisit that, you can, because they're all just sitting there. So let me just pop that one here on the side there. Number 2 was, let me see, I don't want to miss it. So box number 47. Now these boxes come out bi-monthly now, so not every month. So there was 6 projects for the year. So that was the first one was the bag. The second one was this little Care Bear. He's rather cute. He's very, very sweet. Look at his little tail there. So we made the little Care Bear. And then there was, what have I got here? Oh, the rainbow cushion. Here it is here. This was a cute project too. And there's the back. So that was a fun project, I have to say. I do love cushions. I've got a very nice cushion collection. One day I'll show them all to you. Maybe when I tidy up the yarn room. Let's see how we go. And then the next one, box number 49, was this beautiful, beautiful shawl. It's just so pretty, right, guys? Can you see that? Look how pretty it is. I'll show you up close, the stitches. So that was a very, very pretty one. And then after that, we made a little mandala. Now, because I had already experimented, let me tell you, with the mandalas, because, you know, what was it, getting out of your comfort zone, basically, and trying, you know, exploring crochet, I should say. Look at this. This is so adorable. This actually whipped up so quickly. It is a tiny, tiny little ring. Look at that. Anyway, so that was number 50. And then the last project for the year, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last project was a Christmas box, which was only just last month, and I made 1 turtle dove. I did make a little Christmas tree ornament, but that's hanging on my tree downstairs. I didn't make 2 of these. I fell in like with him, not in love, but I did make him. And you know what? He was sitting up here for Christmas for a while, and he'll probably come out next year again. So I am definitely calling making something from every Crochet Society box in 2024 an absolute smash. Like I said, thanks to you guys. Can't do things without your cheerleaders, that's for sure. Now, number 11 was keeping track of everything that I crocheted. And all I can say, guys, even though I'm set up for success, I've still got those journals. I've got all the stickers in the world that I need. I've got glues, and I've got, you know, everything that you need to put a journal together. I just didn't get my act together. So that is a definite pow, another crash. So let's put it next to crash. That's okay. That's another goal for next year, more than likely. So number 12, aim to crochet 1 wearable and 1 amigurumi for each of my immediate family members. This is a 50-50, guys, so I might not even put anything anywhere. No marker next to smash or crash, because I've made so many amigurumis that my children, when they see them, like, you know, I've got her here, my Dammit doll. When they see this, or they've seen my, for example, the loaf cat, or they've seen the seahorse or the mermaid, when they've seen all the little, you know, donuts that I've been making, and, you know, all the plants, all the pot plants, they're all wanting them. So, you know, I know what they want, and some of them they probably will take, but at the moment they're all still living here with me. So maybe I should just call this a crash. Let's be real. I didn't make them for them specifically, but they are loving what I've made. So maybe in the future I will. And as far as wearable, guys, that side was a bit of a crash. So I'm going pow, crash. This did not happen, which makes me a little bit sad, because I've been madly making amigurumi this year. So we'll see what next year brings us. So number 12 was a crash. And then we've got number 13, crocheting for the community. I'm very happy to say that this is an absolute smash. So I'm going to put a smash here before I even tell you that I did crochet for K&K Crochet, our friends KK and Kristen, for their Bumblebees Mountain outreach. I was so happy that I sent 30 beanies across this year. And then for our friend at Rose at Rose Likes Crochet, I was able to send 3 loveys, 2 with an actual toy in them, like a little stuffy, and 1 that she sent me a photo of the stuffy that she wanted a lovey made for. A lovey's like the little poncho that they wear. So I absolutely love that. And if you're wondering what they are, Zelda NRJ3, so Z, it's her tutorial that I always use for the loveys, and I think most of us do. And then I had our friend Michelle's Makery. She put out a call for fidgets and fidget spinners and things. So I did send about 20, sorry guys, I got fibers everywhere from everything. I think I made around 20 for her, but I can't remember. So between 15 and 20 I did send across. And then Camp Boggy Creek, the blanket drive, I was able to send 6 of my own and 3 from some very beautiful community members who just saw a talk that I did about crochet at one of the elderly community centers, and they just wanted to join in. So that was 9 that actually went across. Sadly, 1 got lost, but we still send them across and the majority got there. That's all that matters. So that one is a definite smash, guys, but I already marked it, didn't I? Yes, I did. And then we have number 14, lucky last, be prepared for Christmas, meaning, you know, have gifts ready to either as a standalone or to, you know, like coasters, for example, to put with a mug for Christmas gift giving. I have to say that I feel that this one is a smash because I did use a lot of the projects that we made for our CAL 2024 in preparation for gift giving. I use them throughout the year and some for Christmas. In actual fact, I wish I had it here. I bought a new, like I've got a new iPhone, and I used one of the cases that we made in there for the sunglasses. It fits my iPhone perfectly. So that was so very handy, guys. So I'm calling this one an actual smash. So let's tally up what we got up to this year. So smash was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 smashes and 3 crashes. Well, I think that is very, very, very well done. I am very, very happy with myself. The markets is one that was a crash. Well, that's okay. It doesn't really matter. Would I like to do some markets? We'll have a think about it for 2025 before we set our goals. The other one was, what was the other crash? Not making a wearable and an amigurumi specifically for my immediate family members. I'm not sad that that didn't happen, but maybe I'll just actually ask them if they want something for next year before I set that as a goal. And then the other one was, oh, well, there's no surprise there, guys, keeping track of everything that I made through the year. Well, I don't know. I'm going to maybe set that again next year. Will it be 3rd time lucky? I don't know. We'll see what happens, because I will be bringing out to you a goals video early in the new year. I just think it's a little bit of fun. I know a lot of you don't set goals, and that's absolutely fine too, because bottom line is, like we always say, guys, we crochet for fun and joy, well-being, and I think that's a smash for all of us. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I just loved bringing you some props as well. I hope you enjoyed that part of it. And that's it for now. So until I see you all very, very soon, take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.